two broads doing a broadcast. I haven't made that joke in a while.
It's a good one. It's a classic.
We put the broads in broadcasting. Happy birthday, Mary.
I know. Thank you. I haven't been acting like a 5-year-old for the past like 2 weeks about my birthday coming up, but it's who I am. I love my birthday. Thank you, God. Thank you, God. I completed another year and I get to look forward to a new one.
I love it. Amen, sister. I was saying to Mary, like, you always look stunning, but that emerald green is your color. It looks so good. And Mary, we were kind of chatting. I was kind of running late. You went out for a special birthday dinner last night. I want to hear, was it called, like, what's the name of the restaurant?
What's it called? Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we went to Gordon Ramsay's Kitchen. It was, I mean, first of all, I did get these like marinated mushroom things that were like, what are they called? Maitake mushrooms. Probably the most delicious thing I ever ate in my life.
Really?
Yes, I brought my daughter because my daughter's a foodie. So it wasn't just me and my husband, it was me, my husband, and my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
But at the end of the night, once the bill came, I had to ask them repeatedly, I don't know, was this worth it?
So I love hearing about food. So I'm sorry if people don't hear, if anyone's even out there. Welcome anyone that's listening now or later. So you had marinated mushrooms. What else did you have? I need to hear. I want to know if it like lived up to the hype. I'll tell you if it lived up. I'll tell you what I think, even though I wasn't there. So marinated mushrooms. Do you ever make marinated mushrooms at home?
No.
They're very easy to make, and you can wow your family. Like, and they make it like just a really good side dish. You can take mushrooms, you can put them in butter and a little red wine or a little white wine, little sprinkle of garlic, salt, and pepper. And while you're making dinner, you let the mushrooms simmer. Delicious. So
that
anyway,
amazing.
It's very easy and very good and affordable.
I bet that's what it was. So, what do we have for starters? We had the Boston crab cake, of course. So we had the crab cake. We had the mushrooms, and then I wanted to try the asparagus soup, which everything was absolutely amazing. His tartar sauce, to die for. Literally, it was so good. Then for our entrees, my daughter got salmon and fried eggplant. I got the filet mignon with like potatoes, but it was like really like, what do they call it? Puree. It was a puree. And my husband got the beef Wellington.
Ooh.
Yes. And then we were all like totally full, couldn't eat anymore. So because it was a special occasion, they did bring over like sticky toffee pudding. Maybe I should. Would you want to get up here? My daughter's over there, like answering it before I can even process. But yeah, so I guess it's Gordon's mom's own recipe, and it was delicious. But you know what? At the end of the night, $350 later, you have
three people. You did get a lot of food. It sounds like you did a lot. And so, and what was the alcohol? Did you have like mixed drinks, a little wine?
Just 2 glasses of wine. So that was $30 right there in Boston. I'm sorry. We have to get our crap together. Do they not want people coming into the city to dine? Because the food tax alone on the bill, I think was what, like $25.
I don't think they want people to leave their houses. I mean,
I don't, that's good.
I don't know what's going on, but that's neither here nor there right now. But but it sounds nice, and it was a special occasion, and that's great. Yeah, it sounds like I've never had beef Wellington. That always, because that's like a really nice, like, not prime rib. It would be like a filet mignon. It would be
filet, yeah.
Yeah, filet mignon wrapped in like a pastry crust, right?
Bacon. First they wrap it in bacon, and then they wrap it in a pastry crust. I mean, you can't lose with something like that, can you?
No, I've never had it, and it just sounds special. Beef Wellington.
Yeah.
So that's good.
Yeah,
And
how
you
about
look
you?
gorgeous. I'm sure your family spoiled you all day.
Oh, yes. Yeah, what about
Nice.
thank you. Thank you for acknowledging my birthday. So how about you?
I've been busy, I'm just grateful. It's feeling like summer finally. And you know me with the weather. I'm a summer person. I've got tons of work, which I'm thankful for because I love what I do. It's a labor of love, and business is good. And I'm just so thankful. It's just great. I'm busy. I'm watching another dog this weekend. It's great. So yeah, I don't know, same old, same old.
Good. Well, it's better than the alternative, I suppose.
What's the alternative? Like, dying?
Yeah, being sick, not having, not
Oh,
having the
and
strength.
Jose and I were just talking about that on the bus. Like, your health really is your wealth, and it's a cliche for a reason. And yeah, thank God thank God you have a huge family. Everyone's healthy. Every day that everyone's healthy is a get on your knees and thank God.
Oh, absolutely.
We're just a little family of 4 over here, but still, we got to be thankful.
Yes, yes. So, this is probably the only live that I actually put a description on because I was so excited. I'm sorry that I'm so excited about finally being able to do like video clips and stuff like that. That's totally my scene. I know it phase more of in audio, like you want to listen to things,
I
whereas
do.
I like to watch things.
Yeah. I am
So
so if it's a stream that requires like me to watch, because I don't have time to sit in front of the tube. I just don't. I'm always on the go listening. But right now I'm very tired. I had a very long day and I am ready to sit back and watch. I'm so excited. So thank you in advance for gathering stuff. She's like, "Hey, let's just do reaction videos." So I'm like, "I know you'll find some stuff." And
okay. All right. So the place I want to start is ultra random, okay? But you know that, and don't worry, it's not going to be a true crime night, Faye, because that's also really tempting. Maybe my next birthday, God willing, we'll do a true crime night. But I feel like, is my audio okay?
you sound good to me.
Okay. Um, so this happened this week, all right? In the news, and I was thinking about when we had Prison Mike on, we did cover solitary confinement, right?
Briefly, we did. Yeah, I
Yes,
wasn't
and
ready to interview Prison Mike. I felt, but yeah, it was after. We could do a whole stream on it. We probably should. I wasn't prepared to talk about it. What prisoners went through during and still are undergoing in the prison system, at least, is cruel. It's cruel and solid. So go ahead. Yeah, sorry.
no, go you please talk
No,
while I
that's it.
find
That's
this.
all I have to say. That's all I have to say. It's cruel.
Oh, okay.
Torture.
I am doing the best I can, folks. So, also bear with me a little bit. So it's a very small image. I'm not even sure if you're going to be able to see it. So, can
Yeah,
you
I didn't have. Usually, Joe washes my glasses really well, but so they're a little spotty. But
Okay, so this is a case that's going on right now. It's from Delphi, Indiana. And this is the prisoner. Oh, another tiny picture. What's up with these pictures? But anyway, this is the prisoner when he was arrested. He's like a pretty hardy looking dude, you can see, right?
yeah,
Um, but he hasn't even gone to trial yet. And they're putting him in the actual prison instead of him being held in a jail. So he's
can
only
I ask
been
what is he? What's he being? What's the crime he's being accused of?
he's being suspected of murdering these two young girls in Delphi,
Okay.
Indiana.
Uh
Um
huh.
so but again, he hasn't even gone to trial yet, all right? This is
The
him
suspect.
yesterday. This is an image of the same man yesterday, and it really stood out to me because what we were talking about with the way the prison systems are, This man looks broken. It looks like they've messed with his head a little too much. He's not a convict, keep in mind. He hasn't even gone to trial yet.
Wow.
And he just looks by the way, that body vest he's wearing, not only is it a bulletproof vest, it's also capable of giving him electric shocks if he quote unquote acts up. Is that humane?
I'm already ready to cry, and it's like not even 15 minutes in. So I'm going to assume that it's the same person. You know how I can be like, but you know what? I'm going to assume that I've never heard of this case, and the eyes the eyes look the same to me. I have three certifications in some dog handling and training, and they really do look at us like dogs, and they really do, and it's really, the parallels are really disturbing to me. And we use shock collars on dogs, and they just try to break dogs. And one of my biggest fears right now is God forbid me or someone I love being in the system. It's broken. Yeah. What if John Boy? There is no innocent until proven guilty. There's no constitution. It's Go ahead, Mary. What are your thoughts? I'm still taking. That's upset. I just feel so bad. He's not even convicted.
Unfortunately, with this case, I have called into some true crime shows on YouTube, and I did make the mistake one time of calling it my favorite case, which I felt terrible about, because it's like really, you have two little girls were murdered and you're calling it your favorite case. But that just shows like how long I've been following this case in particular, because this case they didn't have a suspect. Well, they did have a couple suspects, but they didn't have an arrest until 6 years after the crime was committed. And then they wind up with this guy. The evidence so far, not so good. It's only an unspent round, apparently, is the only evidence. And he put himself there. So when he went into court and I saw what he looks like as a human being, I'm just like, yo, this is not how like our system works. He shouldn't even be in a correctional facility.
And you know how child murderers are in prison.
Exactly. He shouldn't even be in he should be in a jail. Right. Not in a prison.
And you're married to an attorney. I know your husband's not a criminal lawyer, but like, what does Fluffy say about it? I mean, we've been taken over by who, I don't know. But when they put a crazy multicolored flag in front of your American flags, and there's naked trannies on the White House lawn, guess what? You don't have a country anymore. Okay.
I have something on that. Thank you for the segue. See, we just have to get Birdie and I were looking at all the videos I had lined up, and Birdie was like, "This is so random, Mom." I was like, "Hopefully, Faye will give me segues to use some of these."
Well, everything's connected. I knew. God help us. God help us.
You knew what?
I just knew on March. I just knew with in March 2020 that it was so far. I just couldn't believe people were listening to them, and I don't know, maybe maybe it was before. I'd have to ask Joe, but like, we've been taken over by something, and they're not the same as us. We don't have a country anymore. This is why I'm not standing for that flag ever again. Don't get me wrong. It kills me.
I know, right? So conflicted. Faye?
This one's funny.
Okay, but is it?
No, it's not.
Look at it. Protesters, they were arrested for mooning lawmakers. Okay, look at all those beautiful glutes. But then you have what happened on the White House lawn this week. Nobody was arrested for it.
Right.
It was all very much, and I wonder what these, you know what? Oh, they're not. Oh my gosh, they're wearing thongs, guys. They're not even nude. All right.
What were they protesting?
Unfortunately, I just saw that they're climate activists.
Okay.
They're trying to stop fossil fuel. Come on, like they're delusional also. So maybe it's six of one of half a dozen of another with these clowns. I don't know.
Yeah, well, we're a nation that's obsessed with the butthole, and then we're surprised that everything's turning to shit. I don't know what to tell people. It's gross. It's gross. But yeah, what happened on the White House lawn was pretty alarming. I don't know if you're gonna get to that, but like it's related to the guys in thongs I just saw, and it has made Glitchy glitch out to a point that she's like, Faye, I can't even watch the news. She's like, I just have to like get up and not look at anything because I can't handle it. Because that's one thing I've been saying to Joe a lot. I'm like, wow, it's really must be hard to be a normie right now. You got to be telling yourself a lot of lies to just like going along. Everything's okay.
Yeah.
Like what went on the White House lawn is pretty I don't know. It's you know what it's related to too is everyone's like, look at this pride parade and Lockheed Martin, they make weapons. Look at the left. Now they support weapons manufacturers. I'm like, they're trolling all of us because our country just lost a psychological and moral war. I've never read about a psychological and moral war in a history book. So I don't really know where this is going, but I know a conquered people when I see them. And usually it's a school bus full of kids looking down at the floor wearing masks. Conquered. Sorry. Go ahead.
None of these so-called activists say anything about chemtrails. No, it's so disturbing. Now, there's something that I've been looking into, and I'm not sure what, like, if it's just to scare people or what, but I mean, there's been a lot of videos coming out recently about like food labels in the United States versus the exact same product over in Europe, and just like how much more crap they're adding to our food that's illegal in other countries. So I have been looking into forever plastics, which supposedly are like all around us. They're in our food, they're in our air. It does sound, I don't know, a little fanciful, doesn't it? Like that it can actually enter through your skin, and it's a forever thing. So it doesn't have like, what is that called? Like it's not it's not biodegradable, but it's forever. It's indestructible, essentially, is what they're saying.
Well, they can take their forever and they can shove it up their disgusting thonged asses, because the only thing that's forever and the only thing that's eternal is God. Okay, so I'm putting all my faith in God. That's all I got to tell you. All right, that's eternal. And you know what? Some of you are choosing to say no to eternity, in my humble opinion.
Yes.
I love it, Mary. I'm a little fired up.
No, good. All right. I think you're the one that like introduced me to this person. And we do have to be careful to use proper pronouns, because now YouTube will take down your channel. If you don't. Yeah, we don't have to worry. Hold on. Well, first of all, yes, that's 100% true. But I feel like because we're not monetized, we're completely off the radar. But I'm just also like, yeah.
So, that's okay. But we need to go ahead.
What, Birdie?
Also, it's more funny to do it sarcastically using their pronouns. It's obvious.
Oh yeah, that my daughter's saying it's all in the tone and how you use.
No, it's all about being forced to participate in people's fantasies, delusions, and mental illness. And here we go with this.
Okay. Now is this the same one that you told me was going to be like man of the year?
Yeah, I was in the grocery store and that was on the cover of People magazine, and I can already say that People magazine will probably name that sexiest man of the year.
So this was the gender that they were given at birth was female. But so I saw this picture, this image of this poor soul. I mean, seriously. I mean, especially now that he is coming out saying that he was groomed as a teen.
Well,
I mean,
they're just go ahead.
It's so I don't know. It does kind of break my heart, but I want, unfortunately, for one moment in time, for everybody to remember that face, because I think that it kind of breaks my heart more than just Mr. Page over there, because doesn't it kind of look exactly like Johnny Depp in Willy Wonka? Like the perfect what would that be, female to male? Hold on, I gotta find my Johnny Depp picture. Here he is.
Oh my god, I can't believe you're bringing up Johnny Depp. I wasn't going to bring this up. We need to discuss Johnny Depp's daughter. You brought him up. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I didn't see anything on his daughter, but I know that Charlie Sheen's daughter was in the news this week. All right.
Oh, I didn't know about that.
But okay, so doesn't that self-proclaimed female to male look an awful lot like this person? Like, I love Johnny Depp. I don't want him to be a female to male, but I do have
Mary, were you there for my River Phoenix deep dive?
I know, and remember, I was defending him. Remember, I was saying,
he was involved in the death of River Phoenix. Okay, he was. I'll do it. We need to continue that deep dive. Go ahead.
Absolutely. So that's all I had on those two. It just when you introduced me to that person that we were just talking about, I had to look into it, and I was like, wait a second, this kind of like is evidence. What?
So it really does look like Johnny Depp in a few roles that I can think of, not just Willy Wonka. So, Mary, I just want to thank you for a second, because where this could possibly go, sometimes when I haven't had a lot of sleep and I get annoyed with all this bull crap, like, you're right. You're like this poor creature, what they've been through to be doing this. Like, you have to be groomed and messed up. And you're right. So thank you. Like, click. I remember the compassion.
Two things, though, that are put in our face with this is, first of all, they're throwing around the word groomed now.
Yeah. Well, because they're trolling us. It's already open and accepted pedo. It's already here, people.
It's like we're like taking it and we're rebranding it. It's like, all right, that's messed up, because that's being groomed from childhood is never, ever a good thing. And the second thing is the fact that they look so similar. It's also, to me, saying, oh yeah, we've been doing this since the dawn of time. You guys were just oblivious.
Absolutely. Well, that's what March 2020, it was all about, the great reveal, about like, this is what we've been doing from the dawn of time, and now we're going to do it out in the open. Johnny Depp's daughter, she's not in the news, but I've seen her in a movie before, and I think we discussed it like a year ago on the show. It's like, her eyes are dead. She's Johnny Depp's daughter, and her eyes are dead. So I saw on my HBO Max that she is in a new show, and it's called The Idol. And she plays like this Britney Spears, like pop idol character, because I did watch it for research, and I didn't watch the whole thing because it's so, the dialogue is so vapid, and it's so debased, but I did have to check it out. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And so it's Johnny Depp's daughter, Lily Rose, and she, and the guy is some singer guy called The Weeknd, and I think that he's probably an FTM, looking at him, but either way, he's no one's leading man. I do not get it. You can keep trying, Hollywood, to make unhandsome little guys the hot guys, but it's not clicking with me. But anyway, back to Johnny Depp's daughter. This is So I watched the first. I watched the first episode, and that was enough for me. You're Johnny Depp's daughter. Okay, he's an A-list. You must have millions. I don't even know how much money you have. You know what I mean? She's naked. Her dead eyes are still there. Do you know what I mean? She's like portrayed like a porn, like in porn positions. It's like you're Johnny Depp's daughter. You don't need to be doing this. Do you know what I mean? The eyes are still dead. She's a very beautiful girl, but like her eyes are dead. I don't know what this poor thing has been through, but it's like you're Johnny Depp's daughter. You don't need to be a porn star. Is like, but they're all, but they're
Exactly.
saying, but this is what they do. They've been doing it since the dawn of time. And Johnny Depp's probably sitting next to his daughter and watching and being like, great job, Lily. Whereas like I wouldn't even, if I was like a background character in this movie, I wouldn't want my father to see it. Like, it's just bad.
It's embarrassing. No, absolutely. I hate to say it once again. No shame. No shame. I mean, come on. Yeah, Charlie Sheen's daughter just came out and said that she was a sex worker, but then everybody was like, wait, what the hell did she just say? So then she had to backpedal. Like, Faye, I'm telling you, it's all coming out. And it reminds me of that.
It's on the White House lawn.
It reminds me of that Taylor Swift song, Are We Out of the Woods Yet? Which is,
I don't know that song. I
only know it because people like a call. Oh my God, Birdie, will you shut? My daughter's behind my computer shooting her mouth off. But no, I love you being here. Thank you, honey.
I do too, Birdie.
Birdie, you want to pull up a chair?
I know, I love it.
She's playing a video game, actually. But anyway, I only know that song because it has like major occult symbolism in it, and her performances using that song is all very dark. And when she's saying, "Are we out of the woods yet?" it's kind of like a allegory to, coming out with everything that they've been doing.
It's all going to be on full display. God help us.
Hold on. Now Fulton's here. So I don't know where to take it. You didn't.
I thought of Fulton. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, but like they try to put this weekend guy as the. It's like your son makes this guy look like toenail clipping, and I'm not even exaggerating. It's like we're not
demasculating men. That's what it's all about. It's so demasculating to have. I mean, they're trying to do what's good for the goose is good for the gander, I suppose, with this stuff, because with what women are dealing with right now, with people coming into our like personal spaces, our events, they're trying to be they're trying to be like, see, a female to male does the same thing, but it's like, but nobody's buying that. How does that affect my everyday life outside of it just demasculating?
I think that everyone needs female to male. We need to remember the movie. What was it called? Boys Don't Cry. This was before I even knew about like chemtrails and stuff. So I wasn't awake. I was still voting, and I was like a really Republican. But Boys Don't Cry with that Hillary Swank creature, who's probably male to female, to be honest, but she plays a female pretending to be a male. So like now that I'm thinking about it, I'm like, what a mind f. So what happens is she's with a bunch of redneck guys who find out that she's really a female, and they all end up raping her. Not saying all men are rapists, but the point is that what?
I don't like the moral of that story at all. That's
I don't like it. It was a disturbing movie. I wish I could go back and not watch it.
Right.
But I did watch it. Because everyone was talking about it artificially. The way this stuff is inserted and everything is so trendy and everyone's talking about it. All right, what do you have next?
Oh, I was just going to lighten it up because Just a little bit, because then I have a bunch of other crap that's not so fun. But first of all,
I
I
agree with
want
that.
this nothing to do with this. All right, what I'm about to share, but once again, I'm watching the movies The Outsiders because you put the bug in my ear a few lives ago when we were doing Super Hunks, and I was like, yeah, that movie is amazing, you
It
know.
is. Yeah.
I
But
went back.
if you're gonna ruin The Outsiders for me, you better just skip it. Move along.
I just want to ask you something. I'm not trying to ruin it for you,
You
and I
already
don't think
ruined
this would.
Labyrinth for me.
It wouldn't. This wouldn't ruin it. No, 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 no.
Okay.
Okay, so we know that a greaser. We know what a greaser is, right? But
Mhm.
then Pony Boy answers, "You know what a soch is." Do you remember this dialogue?
I forget what he says. So she ain't nothing but like something with. I love it. I forget. I should. Oh, I should be
So
able to just
a
say it.
greaser is white trash with long greasy hair. Then Pony Boy comes back and he says, "You know what a soch is? White trash with." Now I'm wondering if this
Oh
is a
yeah,
Mandela.
I remember. With Mustangs and Madras.
Why do I remember it as Mustangs and Mansions? And I read the
No,
freaking book. So I'm
no.
just
I know
misremembering
this
it.
because I remember. Sorry, I have because when I was like, I remember back in the day, I looked up what Madras are, and it's like a certain type of clothing or
It's
something.
a shirt.
Yeah,
It's a shirt.
Mustangs and Madras. That's what it was for
Ah.
me. Hey, you could be right. It could be you. It could have been mansions for you. For me, it was Mustangs and Madras.
I'm telling you, my whole life it was white trash with Mustangs and mansions. So
Nope, for
anyway,
me it was Madras. I looked it up. That's why I remember.
so I did think this was cute. This was a cute story because my son, who's now 18, used to love Thomas the Tank
So did
Engine.
my son.
Oh my gosh.
We took Dorian on the Thomas.
Birdie, hand me the picture, please, right over there, real quick, before we get into this next heated debate that Faye and I are about to have in my room. Literally, I can't, I can't see what's it called, but I have a picture of my two littles with Thomas the Tank Engine.
Aww. Just put it back there in your. I love your background's amazing, Mary.
My background keeps growing. Also,
I love it.
my daughter did. I showed you this. This is my daughter's birthday card from me. My 13-year-old. She knows I love Pikachu, so she made him a little court jester with Happy BDay.
Let me see Pikachu's tail. Let me just see the tail really quick. Does he have a tip?
Anyway, so
Every time I mention the Mandela effect, we're gonna have a Mandela effect stream on my birthday. Go ahead.
sure, I'm telling you, it's mansions. I'm telling you,
I'm telling you, it's
it
Madras.
was such a kick-ass line.
No, they're not the white trash, but Mustangs and Madras. And the reason I know is because
you looked it up. I've read the book. Me and my friend Frank in element, or no, I guess we would be junior high at that time. That's the only thing that like we really had in common is the fact that we were obsessed with The Outsiders, and we even read the book together. I mean, dude was probably getting the wrong idea about me. I just wanted to read The Outsiders and talk about The Outsiders. But anyway,
so, okay, what's this
so this is a Vermont mom's Facebook post reignites a fierce debate over how many chuggas come before the choo-choo. Faye, how many chuggas come before the choo-choo?
Chugga, 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 chugga. I haven't sang the song.
Do it again.
Chugga, chugga. I don't know. I'm going to close my eyes and try to go back. Chugga, chugga. I don't know the song. Do the chorus of the song. Put the chorus.
Is there a song?
I don't know. I don't. I had a whole book of Thomas the Tank that I used to sing to my little Dory, and I used to sing along, and it made sound effects. I don't remember the song with Chugga Chugga in it.
There's no song. It's like when you're talking to your little child who loves to go to Thomas and you're at Thomas.
I just think that it depends on how, like, where I could do as many as it takes to get, like, if we're going to Thomas and I'm surprising my kid up in the White Mountains, New Hampshire, which really happened. It's possible. It's possible that I did 25 chugga chuggas, like chugga 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 chugga
Or
chugga.
another one is Edaville Railroad, which is where I took my kids when they were littles. But it's always chugga, 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 choo choo. But no, you said choo choo first. This is important, guys.
I don't know. I think that this one I'm not really I'm not really fight for this one, because I think that with me it could be any numbers of chugga 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 choo choo. That was okay.
You did 5. That was weird.
Chugga chugga chugga.
It's let me answer the question.
You know what always comes with mine, Mary, is this.
Of course.
Chugga chugga
chugga chugga chugga chugga. Yeah, it's 4 chugga 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 choo choo. My daughter says there's 5.
Okay, you know what? I'm gonna let you and your daughter battle this one out, but it could eat. I promise you that Joe will probably vouch for me that on the way to take my son to meet Thomas the Tank, it was a lot of chugga 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 choo choo. Bad.
Oh, thank you, Ray. Chugga 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 choo choo.
No, that doesn't sound right.
I'm telling you, guys, 4 chuggas. Mike agrees, but I mean, also Mike has been hearing the fight in my house. Not fight, like my daughter thinks it's 5. She thinks it's chugga 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 choo choo.
I think, guys, this is like one of the few things in life that there isn't. It's really a gray issue. I'm not gonna. This is like, it's like however you want to do it.
However you
don't like that. Mary's like, no, it doesn't accept that. She's like, no.
I will not accept this. All right. Let us listen to our fearless leader, shall we? Shall we listen to our fearless leader? Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I present Biden. Hold on.
Remember who we are. We're the United States of America.
Can you hear him, Faye?
Oh, yeah.
Unfortunately,
yes.
All right. Okay, so remember who we are. We're the United States of America. All right.
And there's nothing beyond our capacity when we do it together. God bless you all, and may God protect our troops. We can get this done. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I mean it. Thank you. Now, as some of you know, I'd usually come down and say hi to all of you. They tell me there's a storm coming in. Is that right? Is that still the deal? That's the truth. Now, don't make a lie. As that scene in the John Wayne movie, don't make me a dog-faced lion pony soldier.
Oh my God.
All right, well, I tell you what. Here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to ask the White House photographer to come up, and all I'm going to do is I'm going to stand.
I know, it's like,
usually shake everybody's hand.
Hurry.
I'm going to stand in front of each section. No, I really mean it. And then.
No, I really mean it. He said that twice.
And it's the least consequential part of this whole meeting for you. I promise. All right. God save the Queen, man.
What?
I just want. Hold on.
Queen, man. And he said, I really mean it twice. Like,
listen, and think of how he starts this. Think once again. Listen.
Remember who we are. We're the United States of America.
Then why the hell are you saying God save the Queen, man?
All I can say is watching this and hearing him, I have like pricks all over my body. Like, I think they call it the heebie-jeebies. It's the heebie-jeebies are real. And like right now, like my skin is crawling. Okay, our fearless leader makes our skin crawl, and then you got the Trump supporters that are going to.
I don't even want to. I don't even. Actually, should I?
Well, let me
Maybe I
just
will.
say, okay, so I'm dealing with these people like glitchy. It's like, so you think that they stole it. You think that the whole thing was fraudulent, but now your boy, who literally ushered in child abuse and everyone was cheering for it and lied to you. And it's so hard to watch because when Trump speaks, the disdain he has for his supporters, he's laughing at them. It's embarrassing. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
No, you go ahead, please. Help.
No, that's all I have to
Help
say.
yourself.
That Biden just gave me, like, literally my skin is crawling, but Trump has the same effect. This is terrible. Like, what is it that Matt from Quantum says? That these two are the best we have to offer? Are you kidding me? I could literally, oh my God. I saw 4 kids at the projects today that were helping me with my welfare dogs. 4 children. Okay, they were so sweet. They were like, "Oh, you can have the elevator." And I'm like, I said to Joe, I'm like, there is hope in this world. And I see the hope with these kids.
We're gonna get to the hope. We're getting to the hope. Don't rush me, Faye, because I just queued up something else.
Okay.
All right. I didn't want to go down this road at all, but you just made me remember this whole speech. Wait, is this the right one? Hold on.
She announced what is fueling my soul right now is, including lots of lawyers. Nobody found anything wrong with that perfect call until a book promotion tour.
Oh God, I can't with this guy. First of all, this is the wrong speech. The speech I was looking for was the
pick a number, pick a day. Go ahead, Mary. It's all, they're all the same. Go ahead.
So the most recent speech that he did was he looked like somebody doing a parody of Donald Trump. And I was sitting there watching it, and I was like, I almost sent it to you, but then I was like, no, I'm not going to bother Faye with this. But it was like, he is now taking, I don't know, who the hell is, who is that guy? Who is he? Will the real Donald Trump please stand up? I mean,
it's such a game of chicken. It's like I've been telling them since March 2020 and before, but in March 2020, it was on full display. I'm like, they want you to know they're lying. They're telling you they're lying. They're telling you that we're all in this together. Every single thing that comes out of their mouth is from both sides. It's so bad. I like I say to Joe almost every day, it's going to be really hard to be a normie. And like I said to Jose today, I forget what Jose said, but I was like, Jose, honestly, I don't understand how anyone is doing this world sober. But then he's like, oh, they're not, Faye. Everybody's got something. And he started naming all the addictions people have. And I go, yeah, you're right. You're right. As usual, Jose, you're right.
I will say it's not only because I am having a cocktail myself, that they're saying that we're consuming as much alcohol now as we did back in the time of the Civil War. But I think even that's bull crap because knowing people that actually own liquor stores, 2020 was like a boom for alcohol sales. But okay, I want to show you just once again, not to move on too quickly, Faye. The last vote we ever casted, Ron Paul's still out here, guys. He's still out on these streets. And I came across this, and it's a YouTube short. So I'm not sure how it's going to work, if it's going to just automatically play when I share it. So just give me 1 second.
I do believe there has been a coup and it's been taken over. And if I want to just put the date in my mind, and anybody could pick probably any date in the last 100 years. But I have picked November 22nd, 1963.
What happened on that day?
That was the day Kennedy was murdered by our government.
Wow.
By the CIA.
Yep.
Dulles was put on the committee to investigate it. So, but he was going to make sure they told the truth. It was a big farce, but that was a big day in history in my mind.
Yeah, that was
I resent that they got the subtitles wrong. He just said it was a big farce, And if you look at the subtitles, it says big force.
Yeah, I heard farce. A lot of people believe that, and you know what? Maybe and probably Ron Paul's controlled op. I met him personally. Maybe I'll dig that video up. You know where that video is? I'd have to restart my Facebook account because
Ron Paul, I'm sorry, I don't think I think his son, Rand is.
Oh, definitely.
I honestly think that freaking Ron is authentic. I think he is. I mean, he's a million years old, like Joe Biden.
I want to dig. I will maybe restart my Facebook account just to grab that video and maybe show it because I'm proud of it. Whatever he is, he was the nicest guy. I love my comments to him. I was so fired up about that election. He was the last man I voted for. And he's the Republicans' Bernie Sanders. They've done it to Bernie Sanders twice. They did it to Ron Paul was the first. Ron Paul won the primary, period.
The only reason why, I just want you to know that Emilio's man says, I don't think Ron Paul is such a hero either. The only reason why I find him to be authentic is literally if my mother was a politician, she would sound exactly like Ron Paul. That's why I don't feel like it's something that could be faked. There's too much authenticity, and maybe I'm biased, right? Because of my mom. It could be.
I am an auto hoaxer now in 2023. I just am. I had, for me, like John Boy said, what happened to innocent before until proven guilty? For me, it's fake until proven true. But hey, I'm with you, Mary. I love it. You've always been a little bit more innocent, and that's not a bad thing. You know.
Oh, yeah. I don't know where to go next. I have so much like. I do think I want to just show this again for a little bit of levity, even though it's not friggin' funny. All right. This is bad. Hold on to your hats. Hold on. Clutch your pearls, ladies and gentlemen.
Seriously.
6:9 says, Our Father which art in heaven, this be thy name. Hallowed be thy name.
Are you there? Are you there?
Yeah.
You don't think that's a huge deal?
Hallowed be thy name.
It's Jeopardy. This is Jeopardy. Okay?
Okay. Maybe I'm not getting it.
Father which art in heaven, this be thy name.
Look at also -200, -400.
So I don't watch Jeopardy a lot. I might not be getting it. I haven't watched Jeopardy.
Oh my God, Faye, you don't know the premise of Jeopardy? Oh, so you're not going to get this at all. First of all, we have one dude with $1,600, which is pathetic. Then we have Joe and what is that, Lana? Over there with negative numbers. And this is one of the questions on Jeopardy.
Matthew 6:9 says, Our Father which art in heaven, this be thy name. Hallowed be thy name.
I feel like she needs to be like, hallowed. Guys, it's hallowed be thy name. Like, she's not...
The joke is, you're pointing out that she's the only one that knows this?
Okay, so Faye, Jeopardy. Let me explain the entire premise of Jeopardy. It's a quiz show. They ask you questions.
Don't make fun of me. I know it's a quiz show. Go ahead, yeah.
No, I'm not. On all my honesty, I'm not trying to make fun of you. I'm trying to explain the hilarity we just witnessed.
Okay, please do. Because I'm sure
it's supposed to be like all these great minds coming together and, battling it out for like, what's the first thing? $200, and then the numbers get bigger the further down the board you go on each individual topic, right?
Mm-hmm.
This is unbelievable that on Jeopardy, I wish it was Final Jeopardy, but Final Jeopardy is like the showcase showdown, you know what I mean? But It was just part of like the show on Jeopardy where the woman is asking a question that any bloke on the street knows.
Oh, okay.
And you have like these three. I mean, some are in the negative numbers on the show. Yeah. They're like, I'm such a genius. I'm going to fill out this form. I'm going to get all these like history questions right. And, you know, these algorithms and mathematical equations right. And they can't answer the most basic questions. And they're sitting up there. I just thought that was hilarious.
Okay. I'm sorry, I was a little slow in the drawer on that one.
No, it's
because
right.
I was like, no, she's right? She's right. It's hallowed be thy name. So, and then
I'm sorry, she's not a contestant. She is the MC of the show, the woman who answered it. She is
no one knew these. Oh,
she is what Alex Trebek used to be.
Jeopardy, and no one could finish. No one could complete the Our Father. Well, and then there you have it, people.
Dang it! I closed it out. Now that you get
why the world is burning.
Now that you get it, I would show it again, but I already closed it out. So.
No, I love it. I love it now because I thought that she was a contestant. I was like, yeah, good for her.
No. She's the host. She's the host of the show. The
whole thing. She like that Blossom girl? Wasn't she like Blossom or something?
I don't know. All I know is that Whoopi Goldberg wants her job. Or does she want it on Wheel of Fortune? I forget, Faye. But anyway, all right, let me move on. I feel like you're not entertained. Are you not?
I'm very entertained. But listen, I do have to go to the ladies' room. So if anyone is in the chat, hello, Mary, why don't you say hi to the chat for literally 2 minutes and I'll be right back?
All right.
Birthday girl, I'm putting the birthday girl to work. Sorry. I appreciate it. I'll be right back.
This is the best birthday ever because I get to get Faye's reaction to crap I come across. I actually made the mistake. I have a very small internet. Wait, Ben Shapiro? I thought I saw Ben Shapiro over here. Not somebody talking about it. That's weird. Anyway, I didn't see that. But I have a very, very small internet footprint, believe it or not, even though I'm sitting up here with my face on YouTube, which is like the cesspool. But this week I did get a Twitter account only because Faye gave me permission. Not permission, but she was like, all right, we'll do that, Mary, for your birthday, if that's what you want to do. We'll do like reacts type of thing. So I went on Twitter, and guys, I can tell you I am so not cut out for social media. I find it all very addictive. And yeah, there's that. So, all right, let's see. So we have Mike, Joe, Emilios, man. Hello. John Boy. John Boy, did you listen to that Sleepscape I sent you? I'm all about like Sleepscape musics. I've been sharing them on poor John Boy's server. He's probably like, get this crazy lady out of here. Singe. Hello. Hi. And RT, thank you everybody so much. Oh, I see what it is. It's Shapiro. So somebody must have said something about Shapiro.
Oh, he's a shill.
Yeah, I was scrolling quick. I was scrolling quickly, like back just to say hello. But anyway, so Faye, yeah, this week I got Twitter. Mary. I know, and it's super addictive. My
you
kids
remind me of Joe, who started smoking at 18. It's like you start smoking when you're 12 or 13, like a big Lou. You don't start at 18. You know better. Like, you join Twitter now when everyone knows it's okay. So you joined toxic Twitter.
I did because I wanted to find interesting news for my Fazy Wazy on my birthday. So I did go on there, and
now it's my fault.
No, it's not. It was my over being
God.
overexcited, I
Let's
guess.
see what trash we found on Twitter.
Oh God. All right. Speaking of trash on Twitter, I got one for you. Believe it or not. All right.
Oh, I bet
This
you
one's
do.
going to upset you. And I just want you to keep in mind there's always more to the story.
Before
right?
you show it, well, I like that you said that because you're like, Faye, this is going to upset you. And I know that sometimes in our private conversations, you've said, I'm so sick of everyone saying everything's fake. And I get it because, like, it does. It's like if that's like your go to. And I'm like, Mary, I'm kind of like that. I'm an auto hoaxer now.
Yeah.
I think that sometimes being an auto hoaxer, it's very true that a lot of stuff is fake, but it's also a self-defense mechanism. Like, I can't take it, in my humble opinion.
Yeah. I mean, that's good that you're not so desensitized to everything. Go ahead.
I'm so sorry. I just have a really important work text I just go look at.
That's fine. I'm gonna load this up.
No. I'm watching a dog, and I take it very seriously.
That's fine. I said you're good. Don't worry about it.
Good money, and like, you know what I like. If you were watching, this is 2023. This is like to some people.
Oh, you're really gonna hate this next story.
Okay. Thank you. I'm sorry. I had to check my text. Okay.
All right.
I'm gonna hate it. Is it
the
really
reason
bad?
why I put this one up is because there's a whole theme going on with debauchery. Just everybody's losing their GD mind.
They had an orgy on the White House lawn. Let's just call it what it is. When people are running around naked, it's an orgy. Let's see.
Excuse the giant ad. Penn State professor charged with animal cruelty engaging in sexual acts with dog in public forest.
Oh, well, why would this make me blush? Because I've heard in truther streams jokes about bestiality. Ha 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 ha! Isn't it funny?
Oh no, this isn't
Not
the
all
only
truth is
story
the
I
same.
heard on this either. The reason why I pulled to this one is because of the fact that this man's a professional, and I was a little horrified by the quote, which you probably can't see. It's written very small underneath the the title there. It says, quote, "I do it to blow off steam," end quote. And I was just like, what? This is insanity. Like, and the poor dude, what ended up happening, not the poor dude, the dude can go totally pound rocks as far as I'm concerned. But these poor like rangers were going through their trail cam footage, investigators recovering trail cam footage from as early as 2014, showing this guy who I can't pronounce his last name, Matt Sokas, walking around the camp naked from the waist down with his collie in tow, carrying an iPad and wearing his collie, his dog.
Oh, okay. His girlfriend that he thinks. Yeah, sorry. Oh my God, he got me. I just nervously laughed about something disgusting. Wow.
So they also, oh my gosh, I have to get this off. I didn't realize it got this vulgar, so I'm gonna just quickly.
Of course it did. Of course it did. And again, I don't even think this is real, but it's not. But again, Mary, here we are again at square one. Whether it happened or not, it doesn't matter because this is what is being presented to the public, all out in the open. So.
That was upsetting. I warned you. I was like, "Don't, Faye, it's going to be upsetting." But then I kept reading on, and I saw like way more. I just kind of scanned it.
Like even truthers like to joke about that stuff now. So it's clear that Mary, not everyone has the same morals as me and you and people with morals.
I'm sorry. I don't think that act comes down to morality. I think that comes like mental illness is involved once you get in there.
The same thing with sodomy. to humans on humans. No, I don't care. I don't care. I don't care.
I disagree only
To
because.
Oh my God. I don't want to get disgusting, but I will. Go ahead.
Oh, I only disagree because like
Sexually aroused over. Like, come on. It is mental illness, and you can put all the rainbows you want on it. You can have all your little Sodom and Gomorrah parties on the White House lawn that you want. You can put rainbows. You can have all your parades by your weapons manufacturers. It is disgusting. Actually, I think it's actually less disgusting to be with the dog than to be with someone's. I won't say it. Sodomy is disgusting, and it's the reason why this world is turning to shit. Okay? Whether it's man on man, man on woman, it doesn't matter. Stop being gross. Go ahead.
I was talking to my adult child now. We didn't, I mean, obviously it was only when I found the article and I was like, oh man, this is so like messed up. And I did think it was weird when I was like, was it a boy dog or a girl dog? And then my son was like, what the hell difference does that make? You know what I mean? It's like, why would that have even crossed my mind?
Yeah, anyway. That is a kind of random thought. I wouldn't think of that.
Oh,
it is terrible.
You're talking about sodomy. You're talking about sodomy, and
it doesn't matter. It's all the same. Joe, I love my husband. My husband has had this argument with men all the time. He's like, it's gay. They're like, well, I'm doing it with a girl. He's like, no, it's gay. It's gay. What's the difference? So I don't want to get it. I don't like to discuss it. And my poor sister, whenever this stuff comes up, I go on tangents about sodomy. She's like, Faye, I don't want to hear it. But she's the only one I'm close enough to that I get to talk about how disgusting it is. It's why we're at where we are. All right. I see a middle school. What's going on here?
No, this is a shout out. This is in Massachusetts. I shouldn't celebrate it. That alone is going to get my channel destroyed. All right, ready?
Yeah.
These displays of intolerance and homophobia are unacceptable.
This type of intolerant rhetoric starts in the home.
Parents angry at town hall over intolerance at Marshall Simons Middle School. Kids were asked to wear rainbow clothes in honor of Pride Spirit Day, but some organized a counter protest wearing red, white, and blue or black. The principal sharing a statement to families that Pride posters were ripped down, stickers ripped up. Some students chanted USA are my pronouns, and students showing Pride were intimidated.
It was an unruly disruption, in fact, that was organized ahead of time.
While some parents were upset.
I think CFM and Jen showed this. Maybe. I saw it. Go ahead.
Well, it happened in Burlington. You may have just also seen it on the news. That woman.
I saw it on the news. You know who you're talking to? Of course, no.
The woman wringing her hands, being like, it was an unruly disruption. I mean, get a grip.
Others say it was overblown.
Some of the kids threw the stickers on the ground.
Oh my God.
I can only speak for my daughter. She didn't want to wear that to school. It's not that she wanted to hurt anybody's feelings.
She says her daughter felt coerced to participate in the Pride event and was offended by some of the messages, like this quote from Tennessee Williams.
Human heart cannot be straight. It is curves and winds. And my daughter just kind of said, you know, Mom, that's offensive to me, who I am straight.
Exactly. But even parents like her opposed to the.
Yes, I like that woman. I like her Botox. I like her hair. I like it. I'm here for her.
She's definitely the prettiest girl in the video. Anyway,
Pride Month celebration say the ripping of posters was wrong.
I think destructing any property is wrong. I think, I just think that was wrong.
Parents and community groups now calling for the town and school board to act and support diversity, equity, and inclusion. The incident sparking discussion at home on both sides.
My thing that I teach my kids is just be kind. And I wish the schools would just kind of pump the brakes on what they're shoving down these kids' throats.
The issue of.
Ooh, amen, sister. Amen. So you seen that one.
Shoving down these kids' throats, no pun intended. They're all, as your middle sister used to say, they're all obsessed with their parts. Every last one of them. Do you have something to say, or can I jump in?
Oh, please jump in. Every time I close out one thing, another thing starts playing. So I have to fix that. So go ahead.
My
please.
children are back at the public school, and trust me, there was a flag put up, hey, I throw it in my face when I start bitching about other parents. My children are also, they're only there to see their friends and get out of the house. But anyway, my son's best friend, who I adore, and if he needed a place to if he needed to be adopted, I would do it today. But he comes from a very liberal home, and these kids are sick of it. They're not buying it. They're sick of it.
Wait,
kids are without
Save
me
it.
bringing it up. Yeah, go ahead.
Save it. I have another one. All right. Which goes to that point, and I want you to do your conclusion after you see this. And again, it's a short, so I'm not sure if it's just going to start playing automatically, so give it a second. Or at all.
Hey, I'll warn you guys now, if you're going to be inappropriate.
Oh, hold on. I got to rewind. Oh, damn it. I can't rewind shorts, can I? All right, hold
We'll
on.
have supervision down and give all of you a Saturday school for next year. So knock it off.
All right, hold on.
Wow, this card. Wow. Why are you showing this to kids?
Why are you showing this to kids?
Hey, I'll warn you guys now, if you're going to be inappropriate, I will have supervision down and give all of you a Saturday school for next year. So.
All right, so the kids are like, boo. Well, boo. And she's like, you're all going to get detention, so you all better behave. Also, this was in a math class, so kids are getting sick of it. They're going too hard.
So Joe and I ask my kids every day, are they like pushing this at school? And they're not. They don't have any teeth. They're like, no, our teachers don't mention it. And I believe them because our kids would tell us in a second. This is going to go. I see what's happening. I'm not saying I know what's going to happen, but how far right this is going to go is going to be like whiplash, and it's not going to be pretty. Like that, I don't know if that was a staged classroom again, but let's just say it was real. That woman is lucky I'm not in charge, because if I was, she would be brought out in handcuffs, placed in jail for child abuse. She would be stripped of her teaching credentials and never be allowed in a classroom again. That's just me. Okay? This thing's going to turn right really fast. But that's what they're pushing for. They want us at war with each other in chaos. What are your thoughts?
That's what I think. I think that it's become so extreme that these young people, what are they calling them now? What gen is it? It's Gen Z, but like it's whatever they are called, these young people. They have been forced to care about so much. I feel like that's kind of what we saw with the millennials, right? Being forced to care about everything, almost to the point where the entire, just a generalization on the generation, they started to care about nothing. They were just like, I don't give whatever. They got some sort of a burnout. So now what we have with this next generation coming up is it's building two extremes. So it's a training ground for extremism of like political beliefs, ideologies, things like this. But none of these like ideologies are, worth even fighting about. Like with you talking about homosexual men and things like that, I'm sorry. I'm more of the line of thinking, tale as old as time. It wasn't as prevalent in
I don't have a problem with homosexual men. Did I give you that impression?
That's what I thought you meant.
I have a problem with sodomy. And that's not just a thing that homosexual men do. If my son came to me and said he was attracted to men, I would say, I love you. And I'm sorry that you feel that way, but it's not sex. What they do together it's not. The anus is not a sex organ. I don't have a problem with homosexuals. I like lesbians. You'll never hear me go off about lesbians. I have a problem with sodomy, and that has nothing to do with anything. Because let me tell you something, heteros are into that too. They use it as birth control. They're disgusting. And I've told every hetero couple.
Why would you use that as birth control when literally we have birth control? We already have birth
control costs money, and I have to like go get it, and I have to like figure like a prescription for it. When I can just like do what like I can just like be the most disgusting, filthy. Let me tell you something. No animals in nature do that. It's so bad. I have one gift that I have, and I don't know if it's a gift. I recognize spells that are being put on us. Like this, I instantly knew. I don't know what happened, but I know that that in the dog training, when they say to put this on a dog, and by the way, the dogs get to breathe through theirs, it says it resets the dog. Put it on to reset the dog. Okay, so we got resetted. I knew it was a spell. Sodomy is such a sick spell. You don't know what it does to human beings. It turns us into trash. Go ahead. Sorry, I'm just telling you the truth. But I have nothing against homosexuals. But if you're a homosexual man, I'm sorry. You have to be celibate. Like my cousin Morrissey says he is.
Yeah. I feel like if I had to choose my sexuality the way these kids are having to nowadays, I would be the old school, like, asexual. I can't deal with it. But the old school, because they changed even the definition of that. So Morrissey was famous for being an asexual, but asexual back in the day was like you're a celibate. So that's all right.
You know what? Morrissey got flack for it because he I don't know. I guess
go ahead.
No, he did like a song with Miley Cyrus or something. Miley Cyrus. For some reason, as much as I can't stand her and she talks like this, for some reason when I just said Miley Cyrus, like the name just like went into my psyche, like Miley Cyrus. But anyway, why did I bring Miley Cyrus into it? Oh, because he did a song with her. So Morrissey was everyone knew that he was probably attracted to men, but publicly he proclaimed to be asexual. And I'm sorry. I guess men can kiss. I don't have a problem with that, but like you can't do the thing. It's not sex. It is a mental disorder, and that's where we're at. We might have to delete this. I don't want to offend. You know what? I don't care. Leave it up, because I'm right. I am right. It's a huge problem, and it's not just with gay men. It's not gay men only. Sorry, Mary. Go ahead. Oh, your birthday. Disgusting. I'm sorry.
You're ruining my birthday thing. No, I'm confused because I have 3 things on the same topic and I don't know which one is which, so I have to guess. I'm just going to pick this one. Or do I want this one? I think I want this one. All right. Totally. Now we're getting into the random stuff. All right. I thought that was what's his name there? Miley Cyrus's dad. All right.
Miley Cyrus. She sounds like that. She sounds like
the thing about also, you know that I always loved Dolly Parton forever. I thought she was like, and then like it's like, oh wait, that's her goddaughter. Oh wait, you gave her the rights to Jolene to cover it. That
not only that, during COVID, she changed it to vaccine. I mean, you know what? She probably started out okay, but like you can't. talented. A lot of them are very talented. But anyway, so 6 charged.
All right. So did you hear about this? This happened right here in Boston. All right. So 6 charged in trafficking human remains stolen from Harvard morgue, brain sold, skin turned into leather. This is all kinds of grave robber stuff. And this is the mugshot of the man who did it. Why the hell was this guy working at Harvard Medical School's morgue? Anybody? Anybody?
Very good question.
No,
you
can't
what
see
is
this.
going on? What is going on with that lady? Is that a doll? What is she holding?
She's one of the people who bought from him. All right, hold on. You got to see the spikes coming out of this guy's head.
God,
also,
God,
this is like it makes me mad.
I know, it's so gross.
All right, where am I? Where am I now here on this interweb?
Okay,
there
that's mental illness right there. Mentally ill.
No, he works at Harvard Medical School morgue. Guys,
Marion, imagine if your daughter brought that home for dinner.
All right. So
but that's where Big Brothers come in handy. Fulton be like, no. not like any of your daughters would ever.
And also for his mugshot, why is he allowed to keep his contacts in? Like the whole thing is just like,
yeah.
But
you're so
really?
right about like, other. Yeah, like you brought up like the most basic, like with that the Son of Sam killer. You were so right. You're like, any judge would be like, take the sunglasses off. Not in my court. It's all a show. Wow. But that was a really good observation. You're so right on.
All right. I know we've been on forever. I don't know which to do. Okay. I have teachers that are fed up that their 11-year-old students aren't potty trained. I do no.
What?
Don't be tempted, Faye. I do want to kind of talk about the aliens out in LA. No, not LA, Las Vegas, Faye. It's near and dear to my heart.
It's your birthday, whatever you want. Happy birthday.
Thank you, Faye. All right, we are going to revisit the aliens.
Before your birthdays, Mary, we almost went through our whole stream tonight without talking about the fires. They did it to us. Remember last week we ended and we were like, will the fires even be a story next week? Do you have anything about the fires?
I do know that they're saying in New York, they're going to come back. Poor New Yorkers. I'm telling you.
Well, you know what? At this point, if you're still living there, you're a glutton for punishment. I mean, come on. Move along.
Yeah, but then again, last week we were also talking about the wonderful convenience of living in a metropolitan area. So, I mean,
wow.
I know.
All
right.
New York is this. I've been to New York City twice, and it was twice enough for me. I could never live there. There's 2 types of people that visit New York and people that could live there. What does that say?
All right. I did have to actually show you this. Amazon shuts down smart home for a week over racial slur claim. You remember us sitting around your campfire talking with Christian, talking about smart cars.
All I'm saying is Jose better not get a smart home. I love him because it's all in love, and he's like, what do you know?
So this happened. So somebody, basically their ring cam says like, hello, how can I help you or something? And the Amazon worker had headphones in and they thought that somebody said a racial slur to them as they were dropping off a package. So they took it up with Amazon and Amazon was able to shut down this person's smart home. So none of us saw this coming, right? We all like were signing up for, our smart homes, our 20-minute cities. This is a warning. I doubt it even happened. It's a warning. They're telling us the technology is in place.
Well,
You guys,
I mean,
not only do you
my-
have to watch your mouth outside of your home, you have to watch your mouth inside your home. We're always watching.
We already have our little smart. My smart spying device has a little pink tiger case. I got a pretty tight. Like, we're all being spied on, so it's all. I can't believe it. I love God so much, and I just like I love nature, and I just this. We're just. You're right, Mary. We're signing up for it. They're telling us, and Matt from Quantum talks about it a lot, like with the VR. I feel like the goal is to get us into a VR headset and a mask. Like, once they do that, then yay, Satan wins, I guess. I don't know. But I'm hoping to follow through with what I'm going to say. And I have never worn a surgical mask except for at work when I was literally emptying out a dustbin, because there are appropriate places to wear a mask to protect you. So for like literally under a minute to empty a dustbin, I never wore a mask when I was healthy for no reason because of a mandate, and I will never put a VR headset on my head. Is my 2 goals in life. I never want to try VR. Mary, I'm worried about you. You're going to join Twitter and put the VR on. You can't help yourself.
Actually, I will say I get really bad vertigo, so I couldn't do VR. I'm being held back by my own stupid body.
They're going to make it so amazing. It's going to be hard to resist, but I don't want to do it.
Wait,
go ahead.
What did I do? All right.
Oh, here we go. Happy birthday, Mary.
So, thank you. Yes, aliens. Yes. All right, here we go.
Was the streak seen across the sky, now seen around the world. This, as our 8 News Now investigators confirm Metro actually set up cameras at this home where a family called 911 claiming to see aliens in their backyard. And tonight, a fierce debate is underway about the legitimacy of an alleged UFO crash. Good evening, I'm Janice Valdez.
And I'm Brian Loftus. Our 8 News Now investigators reporting about terrified members of a local family who told police they had aliens in their backyard. Chief Investigator George Knapp here to piece it all together.
You know, as with all things UFO, the public debate is ferocious and ongoing. Was it all a hoax? Were we duped? Was it all an evil plot, a cover-up, all of the above? We took another look at the hubbub to separate wheat from chaff. The fireball captured on a police body cam on the night of April 30th was real. The American Meteor Society says witnesses reported seeing it all across the West.
The other thing is, I do want to jump in here. I do think NASA jumped on this a little too quickly also. This is the reason I feel like this story is showing us so much. And I really encourage people to like look into it. Your mind's going to be blown by, it turns out, like this young guy, his name is Angel. He's the one who made the Angel, Faye.
His name is Angel, of course. I love it.
Yes. And he's the one who made the 911 call. All right.
Yeah.
So we have
I love how the news. I love how the news is like the family made the terrified call. If they're talking about the call I heard, no one sounded scared. He's like, bro, I heard my family like saw a light. Like no one sounded. Go ahead, Mary.
Yeah, I know. Did you ever listen to that thing I sent you about? It's a dog, and I hate dogs.
Yeah,
I'm telling you, that's what it reminds me of. All right, here we go.
Eastern Utah to Southern California. Another Las Vegas resident sent us a video of the same object recorded on her home camera.
Investigation by Nexstar station KLAS.
As the story of the Las Vegas incident spread across newscasts and social media, one of NASA's planetary defense officers weighed in to say it was likely a small meteor that fell to Earth hundreds of miles away from Las Vegas. Police videos obtained by 8 News.
I mean, what are we supposed to believe? We have lying sources. I feel like this family definitely think they saw something. I don't, or again, the name is also, the name is very triggering to me. Like,
I see actor.
Now indicate Metro officers were among the witnesses.
One of my partners neighbors said they saw something fall out of the sky too, so that's why I'm kind of curious.
The appearance of the meteor seemingly triggered the events that followed. A frightened family called 911 and told police they had 10-foot-tall alien beings in their backyard. Officers responded to the home minutes later, interviewed the witnesses, canvassed the area, and cautiously inspected the backyard to look for intruders. One thing noticed by the officers was
boring. I'm going to skip that bit.
I just want to jump in and
please
people
do.
Can call. It's just interesting because I didn't hear this in any of the news reports. He said that the family saw 10-foot tall figures, and I know Joe's probably in the chat. I did see a 10-foot shadow figure twice. I was more scared than I've ever been in my life. I will never go back to the area where I saw it. I saw it with my own eyes. I was buck sober. Joe saw it too. The people we were with saw it, and we ran like hell. And it was 10 foot, and it was moving not like a human. But there was no aircraft or anything. That thing lived where we were. That's what I got from it. So, but when he said 10-foot figure, that really, I was like, I've seen one. So right there, I've seen that. Go ahead, Mary.
Right. I mean, also, while they're debating alien disclosure and all this stuff, what are they preparing? Well, we know what they're preparing us for, but
told us by phone they had seen suspicious vehicles with men in black types.
Oh, did you hear that?
Men in black types.
Okay, good.
So we've heard all these movies to prepare us with men in black types. Like,
checking out their home. Turns out there is substance to that. A retired police officer fessed up on News Nation that he spent days staking.
News
Nation.
News Nation is seriously, they may as well be like, and then he came out on the National Enquirer. News Nation is
out the house to see what, if anything, unfolded. What about those reports that Metro installed a special surveillance camera atop the house, presumably to watch for intruders, human or otherwise, or overzealous media? Turns out that's true as well. Metro confirmed as much in a statement to 8 News Now's David Charnes. The system stayed on the roof for days. What about the Ring camera video with the weird noise? The main witness, Angel, intimated to us the video was recorded by one of his neighbors, and the audio.
Do you think there's anything to his Simpsons jersey with a checkerboard pattern?
Honestly, this is the truth. I've a couple channels I like try to talk about this kid with the Simpsons jersey, and I'm not lying. I haven't got through his whole statement. He is such a snooze. Okay? Like anyone I know, if they really saw something, he's so boring. They should have chose someone better. Like he's got no. It's funny,
but that gives it almost an air of authenticity because he's boring. If he was dynamic and like over the top, it'd be easier to cite.
No, for me, it's so I definitely don't know the entire angle. I don't know where this is going. I haven't got through this kid's whole speech. Have you? Have you heard everything he has to say?
I'm really invested in this. Unfortunately.
Mary's
Hold on. All right.
Mary's like, it's like a special birthday gift from the Matrix, just for me.
It really is. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
I love it.
It was from the April 30th UFO crash. It wasn't. The security camera video was recorded in mid-April, according to the man who first posted the clip. He doesn't want his name used, but says the recording was from a fireball that passed over his home in the southwestern part of the valley 2 weeks prior to the alleged alien encounter. The family declined to be interviewed by us, but members have spoken elsewhere and stick to their claims of seeing aliens in the backyard. Dozens of people on social media have analyzed and dissected the images with various claims of aliens spotted in the shadows. Police do not believe this was a hoax call, which could be a crime if done intentionally. In the fervid swamp known as UFO world,
So, oh my God, if this was a hoax call, this could be a crime. But we've got girls fondling their boobs on the White House lawn.
I don't even think I can. I don't even think I can listen to any more. But you get the point. You get the point, Faye.
No, I'm glad you're analyzing it because I can't watch. Like,
It's
Mary, what is the point?
It's a lot. It's a lot going going down the rabbit holes, guys. And thank God we come out the other side. Am I right? Because we could get lost down there quite easily.
Ooh, and there's so many rabbit holes to go down. Like it's never ending.
See, this is interesting. So you think Roswell was a psyop?
I do. I have a book on it. Oh, John Boy says that. I always agree with John Boy. I'm like, yes, I do too. Yeah, I have a book on it that I grabbed.
Yeah.
We've been born into an age of that's why I'm open to that we're living in the short season of Satan when he will deceive the nations. But then again, because the enemy is deception here. Like it's like someone's always trying to play with your mind. Always. From the time you open your eyes in the morning to the time you go to bed at night.
Yeah.
It does. But very off topic. Let me see what's going on your ear. Oh, those are your New Year's earrings. I love those.
Yeah, I got these at the dollar store. They're actually starfish, so I thought it would be appropriate. But now that I'm like, everybody thinks I'm wearing pentagrams. Darn it. It's
I love
supposed
them.
to.
Last time you wore those, I was like, I love your earrings. Okay, sorry, go ahead. Sorry,
they're just literally they're supposed to be starfish.
All right, it's your birthday. Thank you for making me watch a little bit more of the alien thing. What do you think, Mary? What is going on with this alien thing?
God, what is going on with this alien thing? I feel like this is the most exciting alien thing that we've had in a long time. And I want to see it. I mean, I want to see it. I want to be like, oh yeah? Angel saw what? Angel, what did you see with your Simpsons jersey? I mean, Simpsons. Think about that. That's our generation. Maybe it's kitsch. Maybe he's just being kitsch wearing that, but Angel, bad luck.
Maybe I love it. You're like, hey, reality wants to put on a show for me and I'm going to watch it. Like sometimes I'm like, yeah, you're into it. There's nothing wrong with that.
Anyway, that is my birthday presentation. I hope you all enjoyed. I did.
I loved
it.
I want to wish you a very happy birthday.
Thank you, Faye.
Let me see if I have a presentation for you. Want to see what I did today? I love it.
I can show. If you
want to
don't
see my
have
day
it
in office. Did you get my message? They all wished you a happy birthday.
I did.
I got to hang out with these guys, and like I said, we drive oceanfront. It's an ocean view. And
you didn't send me that picture. So when I went to go visit Faye the last time in her area, I was like, oh my God, look at these houses on the water. They're beautiful. And she's like, you're an idiot. You ain't seen nothing, girlfriend.
She was amazed at the I did take a video, but it was slow-mo. I had to delete it. I will get one for you. Yeah, Mary was commenting on the oceanfront slums.
They're not slums. They are not slums. They're
you should see where I dropped off Mr. Dragon and Miss Ginger and Mr. Buddy today. And you know what? We did our thing on privilege and what Fluffy was saying. I don't want what they have, but damn, it must be nice. Like it must be nice. It's crazy.
Oh, I don't even know.
Who's that?
Oh, no, that was me just staring off into space. I'm getting overwhelmed. I don't know. I don't know how people are doing it, where they're getting like these massive amounts of money. Once again, I don't envy them. I'm doing perfectly fine. If I could go have a dinner like I had last night, not blink an eye, and be like, was it worth it? It's like, yeah, I do know I'm kind of spoiled myself, but I have no concept of these people's reality whatsoever.
You know what?
And we were driving home. I do want to point this out to you. We were driving home, my husband, my daughter, and myself. It wasn't that late at night. And you know how I feel about the whole NPC thing. And I'm just like, guys, we can't be saying that. That's not very Christian. But literally, when we were driving home, all the houses that are pitch black, that have a light on, but it's like they're not really furnished.
I noticed that a lot too, and I've never spoken it out loud because I walk a lot. I walk an average of at least 6 hours a week in different neighborhoods, and while I'm walking, I'll look up, and I've never said this out loud. There's no curtains. There's nothing. It looks empty.
There'll be like a rando picture on the wall, but it's always like an oil painting that's just kind of like in the lighting. Also in the house, it's never warm. The house never gives that feeling of like warmth, cozy home. And then we start getting closer and closer to our house, and it's like you start seeing actual houses. It does kind of play with your head once you're
and driving
at the world
around
that way.
on the bus, I get around to a lot of different neighborhoods, and I notice the same thing in a lot of places. You know, you'll just be walking, and then you'll look, and you'll see that like it looks like there's nothing in there. There's nothing in there. There's nothing in there. That's something that I've been internally seeing for a very long time. That's the first time. I've never even said that to Joe, so thank you for saying that. As far as how are people doing it, it's such a. I'm not a communist, you know, but it killed like. Today, I dropped the welfare dogs off at that paper mache, rack 'em and stack 'em smart building, and I met 4 of the friendliest, probably middle schoolers you ever meet. They helped me in with the dogs. They let me have the elevator.
Aww.
These children, I don't know their story. They've probably lived in apartment buildings all their lives. Joe was in the city when he was growing up. Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
So Mary, like there are people that would look at your life. It's crazy. I know, you know, they would look at your house and your yard and be like, I just want everyone to be happy, and I want everyone to have everything they need. And these kids really touched me. They really helped me, and they were really like really sweet. You know, the kids are the ones giving me hope, honestly, these days. And I know you're not like this. You don't have a covetous spirit. We're both just curious. Like I get like that all the time. I can't believe the houses I'm at. But then I go home, and sometimes like I get mad that like the pool's not open, and the pool's not open. I'm so annoyed because Joe hurt his knee. Like, hey, did you hear what you just said? You have a pool, you psychopath. Like it's
I know.
everything in there are truthers maybe listening to this, and God, there are people that don't have homes, and that kills me. When I take dogs that have 3-car garage, I still can't do that math in my head.
I know.
We live in a very strange place.
The haves and have-nots.
Yeah.
And that's the only reason why I do try to defend the middle class, because they have nots. That sounded actually really arrogant. The have nots should hope for the life I have. If they work hard, if they, motivate. I was born into my life, which also seems pretty unfair. I don't know why God picked me to live, God forbid. I don't want to, God forbid. I'm going to knock on wood also, because I'm really superstitious. It could change overnight. So, but I do appreciate what I have, and what I have should be something that, the working class should be able to attain, Well, I don't know how to say it without sounding like
that was the old American dream that I used to believe in. That was what we all were told, that if you work hard. Unfortunately, I do agree with Ron Paul. I don't know when it happened. We have been taken over. They're displaying it on TV. It's not the country that I wouldn't die for this country. I'm sorry. Like this isn't the country that I know. I don't know what this is. So
I would die for this country on this turf. on this turf because this is the land of my family, my my children, my friends. And that's what like dying for your country should be. It's defending not an ideal, actual people.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Well,
I would definitely.
There's a lot that needs to be defended right now. I'm not into politics and stuff, but the placement of the American flag at the White House and the tranny naked disco on the lawn. If I mean, I'm not a vigilante and I'm no longer a patriot, but if this isn't going to get people going, I don't know what is. So, I think that the ship is sailing, and I'm just going to try to enjoy the ride and have a good time while I can and love my family.
When I saw that, right, and you see the American flag put at the same level as their flag, I did think about the picture we shared.
I'm sorry, Mary. The American flag was behind it, and
I thought it was like over a banister.
Nope, it was.
So we're talking about two different things.
They broke protocols on their pride celebration, and I don't care about protocols, and I haven't stood for the American flag since they murdered my father, who was a veteran. Okay, they murdered him with their insanity. So I haven't stood. I don't care about flags, but a lot of people do, like Glitchy. This is making Glitchy glitch the hell out.
They love flags. They love him. Apparently, having gone into Boston last night.
They put the flag front and center, flanked by the American flag.
Right, but I don't think that was the issue. The issue was it was the same level. So what I was going to say real quick.
Is that the issue while a tranny's flashing her naked breasts on the lawn? Is that the issue? Go vote for Trump. Have fun. You're an embarrassment if you do. Go ahead. I'm sorry, you are.
Faye's not talking to me right now. The way you just said that sounded like you were like,
anyone, like I can't with this.
But okay. One thing I will say, when I saw that and I saw people like reviewing it and talking about it, it's like, is it awful that I'm like, well, at least the picture that Faye showed last week, the American flag was higher than the circle of trans flags. And then I was like, no, wait, that's not right. That's not right.
I forgot about that. I was like foreshadowing that. I don't like it.
Yeah.
But you know what? Jesus had nowhere to lay his head. And I think that's where we're going to end up. And a lot of people like argue, but like, what did Jesus mean by that? And I feel like a lot of us are just kind of like, I'm definitely a woman without a country. I thank God I have my husband and my children, and you, Mary, we're family, and the truthers out there who are really, the truther movement is breaking apart, and that's fine. I'm sticking with the classies. I'm going, so.
I'm staying in my room. I'm staying in my room. You all have at it.
Getting more fancy and fancy behind you. Look at that.
It really is. Look at
it.
This.
Is.
What more do I need? All right.
Well, I need a cigarette. I love talking to you. I'm really going to try to catch a little bit of CFM. And happy birthday. Have the last word, birthday girl.
So my last word is I'm going to do our extra thing here. And I'm going to do an experiment. So if I'm sitting here like a nerd after I do it, it's only because I'm trying to try something. So, all right. Good night.
Good night,
have
everybody.
A great week.
Happy Friday.
Thank you.
Happy birthday, cuz. Love you.
Best birthday ever.